Today on Hello E&C, we're under a 150-year-old oak tree at Local Oak Brewing in downtown Winterville to check out their craft brews and views. We're here with Ben Self, the owner of Local Oak Brewing Company in Winterville. Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely, thank you for coming.
Now there is a gorgeous giant tree behind us, which kind of pays homage to how you got your name. So what's the story behind that?
So when we decided that we wanted to put in a small tap room and brewery in Winterville, we went all over the place looking for what kind of buildings and real estate they had available. And then we saw this place, this little 1,800 square foot building with a giant white oak tree behind it. So I think it was pretty much obvious at that point that it was so nice. We had to have this property. And it also spawned the name for the brewery, Local Oak, which I think has, you know, a nice roll to it.
Yeah.
But this is a 150-year-old white oak tree.
So you have a lot of unique qualities. You're also a nano brewery. So for people who don't know, what is a nano brewery?
So there's a little bit of marketing behind the nano brewery word, but to me and to most people in my industry, what nano brewery means is no matter how big you are, everything that you brew is sold across your bar. You're not distributing your product.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if people really wanted to bring your product home, can they bring home a growler or crowler?
Absolutely. So we have these 32-ounce cans that we can load up with draft beer and you can take them home as soon as possible.
Amazing. Yeah. And so how many different taps do you typically have at any point that people can, you know, kind of have an adventure with?
So variety is really like the spice of life for us. So I try and have 8 to 10 beers on tap at all times. That way, there's a little bit of something for everybody. There's sours, dark beers, lagers, and every now and then something truly weird.
Ben, so now we're in your tap room, which is awesome. There's no TV, so it's very like personal. You really get to meet your fellow pub goers and your bartenders. So what else is super special about this space?
We do have a very warm, intimate space and everything, and that's kind of like what we wanted to foster around our beer is conversation and a sense of community. But I think what really makes it special is our taproom menu. We, of course, because we never brew anything twice, we have a heavily rotating menu. But of course, like in Eastern North Carolina, lagers are king. That's a huge, huge chunk of what we brew here. And then IPAs, especially hazy IPAs, are insanely popular right now. So I always have to have at least two or three IPAs on tap. And sours, fruited sours. People love sours. So I always have to have at least one of those on. And then usually I'll try and sneak in something weird every now and then.
What is the weirdest thing right now on your menu?
So the weirdest thing on my menu by far right now is Lovely Rita. So I made a pineapple margarita sour. It's really, really good. It's like almost salty, but not quite.
Yeah.
And it just, the fruit flavor just pops.
So you don't even need a salt rim.
No, not at all. It's built in. Yeah. And I love to do a lot of like culinary type recipes.
Yeah.
I love tiki drinks and stuff like that. So I'm always trying to use beer to copy those classic drink recipes and whatnot. And then we might make a stout that tastes like, you know, a peanut butter sandwich. So who knows?
That is so cool.
Yeah.
And if people want to know more about your brewery, where can they go for more information and your socials?
The best way to find us is Local Oak Brewery on Instagram and Facebook.
Well, I'm so happy we branched out to Local Oak Brewing in Winterville, and make sure to pull up a bar stool every week on Hello E&C to discover a new place to clink and drink.